Welcome to Market Makers, everyone. Your home for tomorrow's TA today. A big video for you today. I think Bitcoin is going to hit my $132,000 target by August. I think we have a massive summer rally cooking, followed by a summer sell-off. I'm going to show you the patterns in the charts today because these are opportunities for massive gains. If you've been watching my channel in 2025, you've got massive moves on Solana. You've got massive moves on Tesla. The TA has been tracking absolutely beautiful. My S&P video will be out just after this video, so be sure to watch, like, and subscribe to the channel. Give me a follow at Market Canary on X for real-time updates as well. And I would love to see all of you in the room at marketmakers.trade in our Discord. Marketmakers.trade, guys. Check it out. Let's talk about the patterns because right now, as you guys know, we've been tracking the lunar cycles. Why? Because they've been playing out absolutely beautiful on Bitcoin, including the most recent cycle here on the 11th, which dropped Bitcoin to the day, dropped the S&P, dropped the markets to the day. But overall, you're going sideways. You're coiling. You guys know I love the coil. We have some big events coming up this week, most likely with Powell on Wednesday, right? Powell could drop the markets if he's hawkish. We have to look at our next key pivot points in the market, June 25th, July 11th, and see how this relates to past market history, because ultimately Bitcoin's going to bottom, move up to 132, and I think we're going to be there by August, guys. So this is what you want to watch. Remember, this past week was full of World War III FUD. I think I saw at least a half dozen calls on YouTube for a Black Monday today, a crash. You have to understand how this cycle is going to play out to benefit and profit from this cycle. And so far in 2025, it's been playing out, as you guys know, almost to a T. It's been amazing. So let's look and see what Bitcoin did just going back here in time. Let's just go back last year, guys. Let's go back last year and look at what Bitcoin did and pay attention to the time and the size of these moves. In 2024, Bitcoin bottomed July 5th. Here we are in mid-June. July 5th, Bitcoin bottom. It put on a summer rally of 31%, followed by a summer sell-off of 30%. Not only that, when did it bottom? On the new moon lunar change on July 5th. When did it top? The full moon. When did it bottom? The day after the new moon. But the key metric here is late June, early July bottom, summer rally of 30%, summer sell-off of 30%. You could say, well, Brendan, that's just 1 year. That was last year. Sure, let's go back to 2023. Summer rally, summer sell-off, guys. You noticing a theme here? Let's look at 2023. 2023, you bottomed June 15th. You put on a summer rally of 28%, followed by a summer sell-off of 24%. You peaked in mid-July, and then you bottomed in mid-August. Summer rally, summer sell-off in the same time frames, okay? What about 2022? 2022 was very similar to 2024. You guys see why I'm getting excited? Look at your bottom, late June, June 30th. 36% rally, 36 and a quarter, followed by a 38.5% sell-off. You topped in mid-August, you bottomed in mid-November, okay? This was an elongated bottom, 36% rally, 38% sell-off. What do these all have in common? They all rallied 30+% for a summer rally, followed by a summer sell-off almost the same size or greater. Hence, Bitcoin's going to have a major summer rally followed by a summer sell-off. Let's look at the actual chart here. Scroll up as well so you guys can see this. Now, when we look at the actual patterns and look at the pivots, so what does that mean? Well, we have Powell on Wednesday. Nobody knows what Powell's going to say. However, he's not anticipated to cut rates. That's obvious, right? The market's not expecting it. I can tell you right now, if Powell surprises the market and cuts rates, you're just taking off, right? You're zooming to the upside. However, if Powell does nothing, if Powell comes off hawkish, you want to see if Bitcoin can hold this range of 100K. Look at the beautiful Wyckoff fractal that you've made here holding this range. The next key pivot is June 25th. After that, July 10th. So if Powell is hawkish and sends the market down, let's see what we're doing June 25th, right? June 25th, maybe you bottom in between them, June 25th, July 10th, and then look for that rally. Overall, though, guys, I think we're getting to 132K. I can get you there multiple ways. Just a real quick way, range expansion from your all-time high to your corrective low, and this is the summer rally. Look at that, 131,871. That's 132K. If we zoom out to the macro pattern, which we've had since 2024, 3 peaks in the domed house, peak 1 in 2021, peak 2, peak 3 all the way over in 2024, the domed house. Look at price climbing. You're going to get some type of retracement coiling, the blast off to 132. How do we know this? Because you've been watching this channel in 2025. The Fibonacci has been tracking absolutely gorgeous. Gave you the 109 top, gave you the 73 top back in 2024, gave you the diamond pattern breakout for this 140% move in Bitcoin to the long side. And as I said, I think we have 4 major trades left in this cycle, at least 4. But let's look at this on a path. Let me explain this to you, what I'm talking about when I say at least 4. People like visuals. Right now, what we have the accumulation, right? So we're looking for a long to 132, short at 132. That's your summer rally, summer sell-off. Get your summer sell-off, then you get your base, and then I think you get the blow-off top. That blow-off top could come later this year, could come in 2026. But when you look at this and denote this, so you have the long here for the summer rally. We have the short up at 132 for the summer short, and then we have the long here at the base on our way to the blow off top, which according to my patterns is 168 plus 168K Bitcoin. And I think you'll be at that summer rally right here, 132 by August, based on the fractal patterns. Now this whole pattern with the head here, should we move that up to 168? I have a lot of confidence you're going to get to 132 based on all the different patterns I've showed you guys, based on the range expansion here, which literally takes you to 132, a doubling of the move, based on the geometric expansion of 50% increases from top to top. 50%, 50%, 50% to 109, 50% takes you to 168. So if we have to, we can shift over this pattern, but I think you're going to hit that 132 and be there by August, guys. Huge freaking move on Bitcoin. Something you guys need to pay attention to and watch this channel. So again, we have these key pivots coming up. When we look at the retracement levels, what if Pal is hawkish? Where could he send this down to? As I've been talking about on this channel, the corridor that you want to watch, let me go ahead and get your retracement for you. The corridor that you want to watch is just beneath you right here. This 93 to 97K range right in here with your bottoming, potential bottoming pivots here if price comes down, right? Again, if Powell cuts or is dovish, price could just take off. So we're looking at these pivots before they happen, right? So before they happen. So if price goes sideways or comes down, look at these pivots to provide a bottom for the next move up based on how Bitcoin and the S&P have acted the last 3 years in a row. Summer rally, summer sell-off, 132K Bitcoin. Bitcoin is bullish all the way down to 88K. Even if this thing just started falling apart, people are like, see, this is it, we're crashing. Guys, we're not crashing. It's a buying opportunity down here at 93 to 97, all the way down to 88K. You want to hold that line at the 618. Buying opportunity to move up to 132K this summer. Let's look at this. Guys, by the way, if you want to trade these markets, check out our link on Bitunix. It helps support the channel. I'll pin it in X. It's also in the YouTube feed here. So check that out, guys. Again, it helps support the channel. So we're looking at Solana. If we just get some more basing action, this is a 3-day chart. We want to look at our support structure, right? If you look at Solana on a 3-day chart, this is a very easy structure to see. You have support at 141, 130, 121. Overall, what's the move Solana is going to be doing? Solana is going to be doing this move as Bitcoin bases, and you get the fluctuations in price, but you get Bitcoin basing. Solana will be putting in a giant W fractal to come up to eventually 244, 279, and then getting a big new all-time high at 337, right? This is all based on patterns. It is not guesses. It is geometric expansion in the marketplace. This is a bullish fractal Solana is putting in right here, even if it continues down with a hawkish Powell, watch it down all the way to 121, because this move in Solana that I shared with you guys gave us a 100% gain on that trade. So look at Ethereum. Ethereum's tracking nicely, as we discussed last time, right in this range, 2750, 2425. What if Powell on Wednesday sends this down some? Well, let's see what we got. If Powell sends this down some, what levels do we want to hold on Ethereum? So we have a lot of support underneath this, obviously. You've been coiling, going sideways, building energy, building that spring. Your 618's at 1954, 50%'s at 2131. Price is 2642. And obviously, if you break out to the upside, next key level is 3068, then 3350. But again, I anticipate Powell to not cut. If he does, it's a surprise to the market. But if he doesn't cut and the market's upset, doesn't matter. Even if Ethereum pulls back, guys, buying opportunities, because overall you're going to the upside when Bitcoin breaks out as well. Be sure to watch my S&P video and any other videos. I might make another special video on metals today too, guys. So that might all come out today. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys. Talk to you in the other videos.